So indeed it is a problem, but the answer can be found in the Constitution, I can guarantee you.
All right, our next questioner is Pastor Doug Souter of Calvary Chapel, Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, faith is a big part of the lives of all the people that are here, and we're interested to know, tell us about your personal faith and what it means to your life.
I get to my God through Christ. Christ to me is a man of peace. He is for peace. He's not for war. He doesn't justify preemptive declared war. I strongly believe that there is a Christian doctrine of just war, and I believe this nation has drifted from that. No matter what the rationales are, we have drifted from that, and it's very, very dangerous, and I see in many ways being unchristian. Christ is for love and forgiveness and turning the other cheek, for peace. And to justify what we do in the name of Christianity, I think is very dangerous and not part of what Christianity is all about. Christ came here for spiritual reasons, not secular war and boundaries and geography. And yet we are now dedicating so much of our aggressive activity in the name of God. But God, He is the Prince of Peace. That is what I see from my God, and through Christ, I vote for peace.
All right, Phyllis Schlafly. Have at him.
Good evening, gentlemen. At President Bush's press conference in Canada last month, Fox News asked him this question, quote, "Can you say that the Security and Prosperity Partnership is not a prelude to a North American Union similar to a European Union?" George Bush did not deny that goal. He just ridiculed the question. Will you assure us that you will abolish all plans to promote the economic integration of North America, which consists of open borders among the United States, Canada, and Mexico?
This is an easy one for me. Not only do I not want a North American Union, I want us out of the UN, the IMF, the World Bank, the WTO, NAFTA, and CAFTA. NAFTA has nothing to do for free trade. It's a pretense to lower tariffs, but it's a reason to go talk to the WTO to raise tariffs. We need free trade. That's very, very important. But you don't get that by world government. And those of you who are so high-minded about sovereignty, you wouldn't support this war because there's two reasons we have gone to war. One, to go after the weapons which didn't exist, and the other was to enforce UN resolution. That's criminal. I believe that if we would follow the Constitution on trade and on war, if we would have only declared the war, we would have the debate before the war instead of afterwards, after we've lost 5,000 men in the military. We ought to follow the rules of the law and the Constitution.
All right, we actually have one more panelist who is not physically with us this evening, but I'm sure he's here spiritually as well as digitally, and that is Paul Weyrich of the Free Congress Foundation. Let's listen to his question.
My name is Paul Weyrich. I'm chairman and CEO of the Free Congress Foundation. My question is for all the candidates. What do you intend to do to counteract the homosexual agenda?
Dr. Paul.
All rights are individuals. We do not get our rights because we belong to a group. Whether it's homosexual, women, minorities, it leads us astray. So it's much more important to understand that all individuals have the rights of their life. If they do no harm, you don't try to do a whole lot about it. If you want to change people, you change it through persuasion, through family values and church values. But you can't do it through legislation because force doesn't work. But there should be, though you don't get your rights belong to your group, a group can't force themselves on anybody else. So there should be no affirmative action for any group. So if a homosexual group wants to enforce their way on us. There's no right to do that either. But at the same time, you should eradicate all these hate laws. These hate laws indicate that there's something subjective in hate laws that indicate that some people would receive a different penalty on others. This violates the principle of the importance of the individual and confuses us about the importance of individual rights, which is the purpose of the Constitution, to defend our individual rights.